Just how big is the universe? Is there an edge, or does it go on forever? For centuries, scientists and explorers of the mind have grappled with these questions, pushing the limits of what we know. The sheer scale of the cosmos defies comprehension, but with every discovery, we inch closer to understanding the true size of everything that exists. The universe is incredibly vast, and scientists still don't know exactly how big it is. It's so large that it's difficult for us to even imagine, because our minds are used to thinking in terms of distances that we can measure on Earth or in our solar system. To begin with, the universe is everything that exists: galaxies, stars, planets, and even empty space. Everything you see when you look at the night sky is part of the universe. The universe began around 13.8 billion years ago in an event called the Big Bang. This wasn't an explosion like we might think of, but more like a rapid expansion of space itself. At the beginning, the universe was incredibly small, even smaller than the size of a single atom. But it started expanding very quickly. Over time, this expansion continued, and it's still happening today. That's why galaxies and stars are moving away from each other, which scientists observe through what's called redshift, a shift in the light coming from faraway objects that tells us they are moving away from us. When we talk about the size of the universe, we also have to consider that it's constantly expanding. So, the universe isn't just a fixed size that we can measure. Instead, its size keeps growing as more space appears between galaxies. If we think about the observable universe, it stretches out to about 93 billion light-years across. A light-year is the distance that light travels in 1 year, about 5.88 trillion miles. This means that the observable universe is a massive space. However, the universe is likely much bigger than what we can see. The 93 billion light-years figure refers to the distance we can observe from Earth. But that doesn't mean the universe ends there. Due to the expansion of the universe, the light we see from distant galaxies has traveled for billions of years. The universe itself has been expanding since that light was emitted, so those galaxies are much farther away now than when their light first started traveling toward us. In simple terms, we can see light from these distant places, but they've already moved farther away due to the expansion of space. That means the universe's true size could be much larger than we can measure, and it might even be infinite. If you think about the size of the observable universe in terms of galaxies, it's even more mind-boggling. There are estimated to be around 2 trillion galaxies in the observable universe. Each galaxy contains millions, billions, or even trillions of stars. Some of these stars are much bigger than the Sun, and many have their own planets, some of which might even have the right conditions to support life. Our own galaxy, the Milky Way, is just one of these trillions of galaxies, and it's shaped like a spiral, with the Sun located in one of its outer arms. In fact, the Milky Way itself is about 100,000 light-years across, so it would take light 100,000 years to travel from one side to the other. The universe might not just be the 93 billion light-years across that we can see. If the universe is infinite, then it could go on forever in all directions. This is hard for us to imagine because we live in a world with clear boundaries and edges, but in the case of the universe, there might be no edge at all. This idea is supported by the fact that the universe seems to be homogeneous and isotropic on a large scale, which means it looks the same everywhere and there's no clear center or edge to it. Moreover, scientists think the universe is not only expanding, but that this expansion is speeding up. This discovery came from observing distant supernovae, which are powerful explosions of dying stars. The fact that galaxies are moving away from each other faster over time suggests that some unknown force, often called dark energy, is pushing the universe apart. Dark energy is still one of the greatest mysteries in science, and we don't fully understand how it works, but it's clear that it is responsible for the accelerating expansion. The size of the universe is not just a number we can write down. It also helps us think about the future of the universe. If the universe continues expanding forever, it could end up in a state where everything is so far apart that stars will burn out and galaxies will drift away from each other. This is called the heat death of the universe, where there will be no more energy to power stars or galaxies, and everything will be cold and dark. Even though the universe is so vast, it is still possible for scientists to study it and learn more about its size. We use telescopes, both on Earth and in space, to look at distant galaxies and stars, and we use the light from these objects to understand more about their distances and the size of the universe. As technology improves, we will likely be able to observe even farther away and understand even more about the true size and nature of the universe. Share your thoughts in the comment section below, and be sure to subscribe to the channel for the latest revelations in space exploration. Hit the bell icon to stay updated, and let's continue to explore together.